Hi, I'm Elijah, and welcome back to another Kenco webcast, your #1 source for information on labeling and pricing products. Today, I'll be showing you how to properly load and maintain your Kenco 18 series handheld label gun. Before we begin, we'll need to familiarize ourselves with several key components of the gun. Let's pick up the gun with our left hand and take a look at the top. Right away, you'll notice the print head and the adjustment dial. Below, you'll see the label housing cover. On the front of the cover is a handle to open it. Let's pull on that handle to take a quick look inside. Here, we'll see the label shaft. This is where the labels will rest when the gun is properly loaded. Now, let's rotate the gun to the front. Here, you'll see the ink roller assembly door. I'll be talking more about the ink roller assembly later on. Now, let's flip the gun to take a look at the bottom cover. Up above, we're going to see the nip roller. The nip roller will help apply the label to your product. Below, we have the bottom cover latch. Let's lift up on the latch to take a peek inside. Below the nip roller, you're going to see the pressure plate. The pressure plate will help maintain consistent tension when the label gun is in use, giving it a smooth operation. Below the pressure plate, we'll see the advancing mechanism. Notice the spokes on the wheel? The spokes line up with the holes in the label so that the advancing mechanism can feed one label every time you squeeze the trigger. Now that we are more familiar with the various components, let's learn how to quickly and properly load the Kenco 18 label gun. Let's start by opening up the label housing cover. Now that the housing cover is open, we're going to open up the bottom cover by lifting up on the latch below. We'll just pull out the pressure plate so the labels will be able to come through the gun easily. Let's grab a roll of labels and place it on the shaft of the housing assembly in a counterclockwise direction. To make the next step easier, let's just bend those first couple of labels away from the lining. Now we can begin feeding the labels into the gun between the pressure plate and the advancing mechanism. You'll want to pull about 3 to 4 inches through, and then close the label housing cover to secure the labels. Now that the labels are coming out through the front, let's push the pressure plate back in. We'll hold the pressure plate in and pull gently on the labels until we meet resistance. Now we'll line up the holes in the label lining with the spokes on the wheel and close the bottom cover until it locks into place. Now that the gun is properly loaded, we'll learn how to adjust the price. Now I'm going to show you how to adjust the dial on the printhead. With the top part of the gun facing you, we'll use our left hand to hold the gun and our right hand to grab the adjustment dial. Let's change the band to our desired price by turning the adjustment dial. To move it to the next set of digits, simply pull the adjustment dial and the adjustment indicator will follow you to the digit you are currently adjusting. When you have finished adjusting the adjustment dial, be sure to push it into the print head and you're all set. Now that we know how to properly load and adjust the Kenco 18 label gun, let's learn how to change the ink roller. On the front of the gun, we'll see the ink roller assembly door. Let's open it up by pulling back on the latch below. To remove the old ink roller, you'll need to squeeze the tabs on the sides of the ink roller frame together and then pull it off. Now that we've removed the old ink roller, we'll just get our new ink roller from its packaging and snap it into the ink roller assembly on both sides. Now that we've put the new ink roller in, we just need to close the ink roller assembly door. Next, I'm going to show you how to adjust the print location. For this part of the tutorial, we're going to need a Phillips screwdriver, size PH1. First, we'll need to loosen up the 2 printhead adjustment screws located on both sides of the gun. Once the screws are loose, we can slide the printhead in the direction we need, either up or down. Now that the printhead has been adjusted, let's tighten the adjustment screws back up, then we'll test it to make sure it's lined up properly. Now that it's printing perfectly, we can begin labeling. To label an item, simply pick up the gun, squeeze and release the trigger once, hold the price gun directly over the product, then just roll the label on your product, and you're all done. This has been another Kenco webcast. For more information on this product or other related products, visit us on the web today at www.kencostore.com or call us toll free at 1-800-86-KENCO. For more product videos and tutorials like this, go to www.kenco.tv.